Let's go ahead and just start working on a few puzzles now. So we are going to go ahead and identify two numbers. So we need two numbers that have to add up to the top number, but then multiply to the bottom number. Okay, so in order to do this, we're going to go ahead and find, well, I guess the way I would suggest doing this is go ahead and just find the factor pairs of 10. So we're going to find pairs of numbers. So 10 is pretty easy. We got 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. And we've got to see if any of those pairs add up to 7. Well, we are in luck. If you add 2 and 5 together, you get 7. So that's all you do. Just finding that pair. So I just want to talk about a few things on these other ones. For instance, this next one, same thing. We've got 36. I'm going to find the factors of 36 because that's what we're multiplying to. Now, if it's a big number and you're not as confident about the factors, I just want to show a quick trick of finding all the factors, and it's a fail-safe. You'll always find them. Just pull out your calculator. What you do is you start with 1 and the number, because that's an easy pair to get. And then you go to 2. So after 1, you go to 2. And you'll just go ahead and do 36 divided by 2 in your calculator, and you'll end up with 18. So that would be the other one. So then you go to 3, and you do the same thing. 36 divided by 3 is 12. Then you go to 4. 36 divided by 4 is 9. And then you go to 5, and you do 36 divided by 5 is, well, if you do 36 divided by 5, you get 7.2. We do not want decimals, so that's something we're actually just going to cross right off. But then we go to 6. So 36 divided by 6 is 6. Now, once any of the numbers on the left side repeat with any of the numbers on the right side, you know you're totally done. So in this case, we actually had a 6 and a 6 at the exact same time. We're done. We don't have to keep going. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and find the pair that adds up to 15. So you're just going to go through and add each pair up, and you're going to find which one adds up to 15. So like 1 plus 36 is clearly not 15. That's 37. So you keep going through the list. We got 20. And then, oh, look, we got 15 right here. So our answer would be 3 and 12. All right. Now this next one has a little bit of it's a little weirder, mostly because the number we're multiplying to get is a negative number. And then, in this case, we'll add to a positive. So I personally would just start out by listing all the pairs of just plain old 32. And you can do the same trick. So 1 and 32, 2 and 16, 3 and, doesn't work, 4 and 8, 5 doesn't work, 6 does not work, 7 doesn't work, and then once again we're back to 8. But notice 8 is already on the left side. Sorry, it's already on the right side. I know my directions really well. So we are good. We have all the pairs. There are only 3 pairs. However, in this case, we need to actually determine, now one of these pairs, either the right side or the left side, are all going to be negative, and it's dependent on this number right here. So if we want, when we add them together, when we add these numbers together, if we want the number to still end up being positive, that means the small number needs to be negative, meaning the left side needs to be negative. You can also just subtract them and figure it out that way. Some of you have probably done it that way. Okay, so this would give me 31, this one would give me 14, and this one, oh look, gives me 4. So my answer is negative 4 and 8. So I'll just go ahead and do, for those who want to see another one with a negative, I'll do this next one. I'll go ahead and list out the pairs. We got 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and 5 and 6, because 4 doesn't work. Okay, once again, you got to figure out which side will have all the negatives. This time we're adding up to a negative number. That means the bigger number needs to be negative. So everything on the right side. And when I say they're bigger than the one right next to it. So negative 30 is bigger than 1, right? 15 is bigger than 2, 10 is bigger than 3, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and put all those there and then just add them up. And I'm going to determine which one adds up to -1. And if you go through the list, that would be 5 plus -6. And you're done.